Hi, I'm Andrea Seidler. I'm from Parkland, Florida, and I'm living in a Ted Fluehr home with my husband that was completed in May of this year. And I just wanted to relate what a wonderful experience we had. When we originally decided to build a home on LBI, we were very apprehensive because we live in Florida and we had no intention of being here all the time, and we needed to find a builder that we felt comfortable could handle things on the New Jersey end and do things just the way I wanted them. And I'm very particular. And we definitely found that with Ted Fluehr. What we originally started doing is we met with Ted and Joanne in Florida at our Florida home and went over the plans, made some modifications right then and there. And then from then on, we did a lot by phone and by internet. And it worked out really beautifully. Every week, I got an update of pictures. Every time something was new on the house, I got an update on pictures. And all I had to do was say, oh, but I didn't see this angle. And an hour later, on my computer, there'd be a picture of that angle of the house. And it worked perfectly that way. I had a lot of communication every day, sometimes a couple of times a day, from almost everybody at every stage of the process. From I've spoken to the plumber on the phone, I've spoken to the electrician, I worked very closely with Debbie, I worked very closely with Ted. I had never had any problems with communication there. That was one thing I was worried about initially, but never had an issue. If I had anything, a thought that came up, all I had to do was pick up the phone and call Ted, and there he was, and then oh, no problem, oh, no problem. And the next day it was either handled or I got back, I had a list of things for my consideration. In terms of doing all the things we needed to pick out, either I could pick it out on the internet, or and Ted had referred us to a bunch of websites in terms of the masonry or the doors or the hinges or which knobs do I want, and I got a list of 10, 15 knobs and I picked which one I wanted. Or in terms of going down to the tile in the kitchen, that I did on site. I came and spent a couple of days here and picked out tile and decorating things for the house. I actually came in with my Florida decorator, and the two of us spent 2 full days at Avalon Carpet and Tile, and it worked beautifully. We had no issue. In fact, Anthony, the tile installer that the Fluehrs use, met us at Avalon just so he would make sure that we were doing everything that was within, that we knew what we were talking about in terms of what we should pick. And that was actually a great thing because we had some very original ideas for this house of things that hadn't been done in some of the others in terms of where the tile stopped or where the tile started. And we were coming from a different frame of reference, not New Jersey construction. But being in Florida for 20, something years, they do things differently down there. Anyway, that worked out better than we could ever imagine. In fact, when it came time for actually taking possession of the house and closing, by then I had already was able to have ordered furniture and have it delivered to a central warehouse to be delivered here 2 days later, and everything was ready for move-in. It really worked out perfectly. It was really, I had a lot of peace of mind being able to go with a builder that I knew could handle having clients from out of state and answer any questions or concerns that came up. And because of my own OCD about every little detail, and believe me, I picked every little detail, that worked out very well.